Hi guys, if you are following me on Instagram, you know that I recently became active on Instagram and I've started posting at least 1 or 2 times a day because I look at these spaces as a beautiful opportunity to share well-being oriented ideas and to contribute into your life journey. But at the same time, I must share with you that I as and when I use these social media handles, and I'm talking about all of them, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, etc., etc., I look at it as a very disorienting space. And I would use the word labyrinth. And in Hindi, we call labyrinth bhul bhulaiya, meaning a physical structure that's consciously designed wherein you feel like you've lost your way. So as soon as you go in, it kind of sucks your attention and it bombards you with ideas, advertisements, images, which have a certain emotional charge to it a lot of times, that you kind of lose your capacity to make choices because it's like a board game designed by somebody else and you're like a pawn playing. And I want this video to be like a call to consciousness, to be able to see that, our life is our gift and we need not play the game that is designed by others. And even if playing that game is useful, we can at least redesign our rules. So how much time you put on these social media spaces? What are you sharing and what are you consuming? Is it adding value to your well-being? If it's not, there is a space for us for habit change. And I want to talk about this because I know that social media can be a beautiful space for networking, collaboration, growth, evolution, meeting people, creating beautiful relationships and connections. But it can also be a very disorienting space of distraction, which can just suck away our life energy. And you know that it comes at a cost. All the energy that we invest in one box comes from other boxes. So other boxes meaning your relationships, your health, your spiritual journey, your romantic connection, your hobby, your purpose, everything else. And so here is a way in which I want to really ask you this question, that is it possible for you to ask yourself and evaluate the time that you are spending on internet? Is it habitual? Is it compulsive? Or is it coming intentionally? Meaning when you go to such spaces, you know why you are going and you are careful about the kind of time you spend. Because we know it's like a labyrinth and it has the capacity to pull you into its own agendas, advertisements, etc., etc. And so please make conscious choices about how you're using this media, and do not be used by this media, because this is how it is designed to be. And you can see how passionate I am about it, because I know that for me as a mindfulness coach, as an emotional well-being coach, attention is the currency on which life runs. If you give something attention, you can nurture it. And the easiest way to, in some ways, neglecting something is the easiest way to just let it die. And a lot of times the attention that we put on these spaces comes at the cost of letting other important areas of our life get dehydrated and lose their nutrition. So I'm requesting you to give yourself permission to evaluate actively and consciously how you want to spend your time, your mind, your consciousness, your energy, and why you want to spend it like that. So please take active responsibility of what you are sharing on this particular media and what you're consuming. And please be aware that these are strategic media. They are designed by attention engineers to make you feel lost and disoriented, and also make you feel powerless. And you know what it does? That for short-term notifications and rewards, it makes you forget your middle term and long term goals that are life defining, things that give you joy in the long term. And it might come to you as a surprise, but I must tell you that most of the people who are backstage people, and there are a lot of psychologists who work to engineer and design strategically these particular games of attention, they themselves do not use these portals because they know how addictive they can be. So here is an invitation to take a pen and paper and kind of write to yourself, what is the duration that I want to spend on this particular media? And how do I want to spend it? What is my intention? So rather than reactive, rather than, happening on its own, like you take the phone, check it, and it's become a part of your habit, I'm requesting you to ask yourself to be deliberate, to be intentional, to become conscious, and to take the power back, to reclaim your power and use it only according to your rules. So take back your power and become connected. If you're feeling addicted to it, know that there is a way in which you can break this addiction by taking a deep breath and asking yourself that what is more important than the time that you've invested in these particular spaces. And I'm sure you will get a lot of alternative ways. In fact, time to get your purpose back into life rather than just letting it be diluted. Because constant checking of these portals, what it does, it fragments our consciousness. And a fragmented consciousness, wandering mind, cannot be a happy mind. This has been proven by Harvard research. So yeah, watch my TEDx talk on the missing piece on relationship. I talk a lot about being pure attention and pure presence. And mindfulness for beginners in plain English is also available on Amazon if you want to interact more with the idea of becoming present and reclaim your life and your happiness. Yeah, I'm pretty passionate about this. Yeah, more power and more agency to you. Bye.